contemplation and instructions from the teacher have a very important role in insight dialogue. The guidelines of practice are to help one establish the mindfulness, to establish quality of inquiry, to establish tranquility and acceptance, to learn to establish the sense of mutuality in practice so that the awareness is arising with another, both inwardly and with the other at the same time, really. The guidelines help the mind be flexible, adaptable, and to connect one's internal experience with language so it can be expressed and received back and forth. And in that container, in that meditative space, we have this element of the contemplations and teachings that are offered by a teacher or something, so that what you and I might speak about really matters because the mind is awake. The mind is settled enough to really touch deeply into experience. So we might draw from the Dhamma, let's say we contemplate impermanence or death. Perhaps we contemplate the hunger for pleasure, or we contemplate some aspect of generosity, compassion, and so on. So as the mind meets these contemplations, holds them in awareness, knowing the responses in the body, responses in shifting mind states, the sense of relating with another in the heart of these questions. The mind, you might say, is guided by these contemplations, this really deep Dhamma. So the Dhamma begins to work its way into the body, into the heart, into the fibers of one's being. So it becomes alive. It's like having these teachings almost be transmitted from the Buddha's wisdom into your life as you're actually living it now, you know. So it's not like the Dhamma is out there, it's some teaching that's abstract. And this is what people feel. I mean, I'm not trying to just paint a picture that I see this all the time in retreats all over the world. This is exactly what I see, is the Dhamma coming alive, and of course my personal experience is like this. So where the meditative guidelines help us to cultivate the quality of mind, it's the contemplations and the teachings that then make use of the power of the mind, the power of the awakening heart to bring about release and compassion.